Hi, I'm here to just talk to you about how you apply for a foundation place or a parental preference place on religious grounds. Every year we put aside 55 places for foundation places, for those who wish to apply on church grounds. If you wish to do that, firstly you need to fill in the normal application form. Secondly, you need to fill a supplementary form, which is like this, but normally yellow, and that will tell you what you need to do, but you fill in your details, which criteria you fit into, and then needs to be countersigned by a minister of religion to verify your application. So there are 3 criteria to fit into applying for a foundation place. Number 1 is that you are a regular attender, and by regular we mean at least monthly, a regular attender of a Church of England church in the catchment, and that you are a communicant, you take communion. Now when I say you, that can be yourself or it can be your child. The second criteria is that you or your child is a regular attender of a Church of England church, but outside the catchment, and again, is a communicant. And the third criteria is that you or your child is a regular attender in a Church of England church, but not a communicant. And this should be for a period of 2 years. Now, obviously, at the moment, that's slightly problematic because a lot of churches are closed. Therefore, please don't worry about this. If you haven't been able to attend church during the period since closure, then that's fine. That's taken into account. We'll be looking at the period prior to that, so don't worry about that. So if you fulfill one of those 3 criteria, then you fill in one of these forms, you tick which criteria it is, and then you ask a minister of religion for a reference to back up your application. That's a foundation place. We also have some parental preference places which are put aside on religious grounds. Parental preference come in after we've filled our foundation places and our catchment places. And every year, due to the size of our catchment, we have some spare places. And parental preference places therefore come to importance at that point. Now obviously criteria 1 is if you have an existing sibling in the school, but after that, criteria 2 is if you're applying on church grounds but not a Church of England church, so a non-Anglican church. If that's you and you're a regular attender, again, at least monthly, of a non-Church of England church, and we've got a list of what denominations are counted in the Churches Together list on our website and part of the form, then you can apply for a parental preference place in the fact that you're a regular church attender. Don't worry if your church isn't on the list. I appreciate some free churches and independent churches may not be. Just contact us, let us know. We're always extending our list. The third criteria is if you are a regular attender, but not of a Christian church, of a different faith or a member of a different faith community. Again, you can apply for a parental preference place. You fill in the same form, just tick the box to say you're a member of a different faith community and ask the religious leader of that faith community to give the reference to validate what you're saying. So, hopefully that's made it a bit clearer. If you've got any questions and you need any more information, please let us know. We're happy to answer any questions on this. But remember the key points. If you want to apply for a foundation place or a parental preference place, fill in the normal application form and then fill in one of these supplementary forms as well. Make sure you've got a reference from a minister of religion and make sure you indicate why it is that you're eligible for those criteria. And if you're not clear on the criteria, again, please contact us and ask us. Every year we have places available on foundation places, but also parental preference places. So if you want to come to this school and you know that fits your criteria, then fill it in and then we'll look forward to welcoming you in September. Thanks and take care.